Hi there. So today I'm going to be teaching you "Traveling Alone" by Passenger. This is off his, well, not recently released, almost released album, so it's soon to be released. Whispers 2. So it's just a second part because he's released Whispers quite recently. And this song "Traveling Alone" was, was written, a few years back. I think it's not new, but it's a really nice song. I really like it. So yeah, so just grab a guitar and a capo and let's get into it. So you're going to start with the capo on the 4th fret, okay? And then you're going to have standard tuning, okay? So it's all standard. And now this is your starting position. It's going to be like a C chord, but you don't have to have your ring finger there, okay? So it's just, okay? So it's these two strings here, okay? And you should have your ring finger down because you're going to use that soon. So you pluck the D and B string that should be in the position of a C chord, okay? And then you're going to go up 1 fret with your middle finger and then use your ring finger to pluck the 3rd string of the B string, okay? So it's 3rd fret of the B string, sorry. Alright? So look. Alright? And now you're just going to play a C, just all strings except for the bottom E, so it's... Okay, so that's what you should have so far. And now you're going to pluck B and G together, so it's... Alright? And I should probably note that this finger, okay, look, I'll play the whole thing, well, not the whole riff, just the next part that I'm going to teach you, so it's... Alright, did you notice how this finger stayed on the 1st fret of the B string the whole time? Okay? So that's staying there after you've strummed the open C for this next phase. So, and then you're going to pluck the B string and the G string, like I said. Okay? And now you're going to step down. You're going to take your middle finger, okay, away from the D string and put it up to the A string on the 2nd fret. Okay? And then you're going to take your pinky and put it on the 3rd fret of the E string, okay? So it's B, G, D, A string 2nd fret, then pinky on the 3rd fret of the E string, so, and then you're going to pluck the A and E string together, okay? And then you're going to pick off with your pinky, okay? So it's... Alright, and then you're going to go down 1 string to the B, making sure your index finger is still on the 1st fret of the B string. So you're plucking off, and then you're going down to the B string, and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to pick off, okay? So it should sound like this. Alright? And if your index finger wasn't there, it'd sound like this. Alright, so you need your index finger there, okay? Alright, so you should have this. Alright, now the next part is this. Alright, that sounds a little complex, but it's pretty easy. So what you're doing is you're playing a C, an F. Okay, so just put it in the F position, but you're going to take your middle finger off and pluck D string and the G string, okay? So you get that. Okay, and then you're going to just hammer on to the G string with your middle finger. Alright? And then you're going to do it again. And then pick off. Okay, so it sounds like this. Oh, sorry. Alright, so it's like... Oh, sorry. Alright, so it's... And so what that is you're hammering on again, and then playing an open G. And then you're going to do the same thing with a C chord with your middle finger. Alright, you're going to hammer on to the D string. So it's... So this is what it should sound like. Alright. And now he does this little thing like... And so that is just plucking, and what that is after you've done you're going to just pause for a little bit and then play A and E together. And then, okay, so you're going to play A and E together, and then go B and G. And then you're going to stretch your pinky all the way up to the 5th fret. And then pluck the A string and the E string again, so it's, and then B and G again. And then you're going to put into a G position, and then just pluck the bottom E and the top E together, and then B and G again, and then go into G7. Or you don't even have to go into G7, you just have to pluck that string, that's all he does. So this is what we should have. I'll play it really slowly so maybe you can follow it along, okay? Alright, so it's sounding good, and the next part is, alright, so that part is basically, so we're in G7, now this next part is a little lick, alright, and what that is you're just putting your finger back on that B string 1st fret, and then you're going to hammer on to the 3rd fret of the B string, so it's, right, and as soon as you hammer on, you're going to pluck an open E, right, so it's, and then after you've done that, you're going to take your ring finger and pluck the A string, alright, so it's, alright, so, and then you're going to pluck B and G again, and then play a C7, which is just putting your pinky underneath on the same fret as your ring finger, okay, so it's on the G string, okay, so this is what it should sound like. Alright, and then you're going to play B and G again, and then you're going to do the same thing that we did before with the hammer on the F, and then play B and G, and then an F minor. Okay, so this is what it should sound like. Sorry, I went a bit too far there, but yeah. So that's what we should have up to the F minor. Okay. So we'll just do a little recap. It's just a little lick from 1st to 3rd, open E, A string, 3rd fret, and then B and G again in a C position, and then C7, just plucking that G string with the pinky, and then B and G again, doing that hammer on F sort of thing that we were doing before, and then an F minor. Alright? And then we're doing this. Alright, so that is the same little hammer-on thing with the middle finger. And then you're gonna pluck B and G. And then you're gonna do this, which may hurt at first, it did for me. It's this little position that he does. It's kind of a nice little, it's a nice little chord. I think it's C over G. I don't know what it is, but yeah. So what he's doing is he's plucking the B string and the 3rd fret. So it's B string 1st fret. So you got this sort of thing going on. B string 1st fret and 3rd fret bottom E. So, and then you're gonna hammer on with your ring finger, okay? And then you're gonna pick off. So it's like this. And you're gonna take your ring finger off, not a pick off, just taking it off. And then you're gonna pick off with the 1st fret. Okay, so it's, so pick off from the 1st fret, just play an open B, and then just play a C. Alright, so that's the starting riff, okay, so it should sound like this. And basically the verses are just the same chords that you're just playing right now, but less twiddly. Okay, so you're just playing it, so it's, you know, so it's Australian man, Scandinavian town. Alright, so it's just the same chords as the intro. But then the chorus, okay, so the chorus is a little bit different. You know, I've never heard silence. Alright, and then he does this little thing. Alright, which is basically, you're just doing that little hammer-on thing again. And then playing B and G. And then doing the hammer-on thing with the F. Alright, ring out like a bell. And then he does never heard silence. And he goes into A minor. And then he plays a D7, like last night in my expensive hotel. Plays a G. Okay? And then, yeah, so you can look up the chords if you want, if you really want to learn the verses and stuff, but it's pretty easy to figure out. What I did to figure out the riff and the verses and stuff was just playing along with the song. I just listened to the song and I knew it was on the 4th fret, and so I figured it out. And so yeah, cool. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped. This is my first tutorial that I've ever done, so I don't know if it's that good, but I thought I would help people out if they wanted to learn the song, because there was no tutorials on YouTube. But yeah, cool. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe, because I'm going to be doing some more tutorials. I'm getting into these sort of things. So yeah, thank you so much. Have a good day.